Right. Usually with force feedback on wheels, there is never one golden rule. There's never one golden rule. There won't be one that will work for everybody. Because force feedback is down to a personal preference. Right. How much difference does informative, raw and the other one make? Okay, right, let's go into controls. So we'll do a calibrate wheel first. Now when I turn my wheel all the way around, right, I get 96. So that's 100%, so that's only 96% of the wheel, and it stops. Then I have to force it, that little bit extra, to be able to get 100. That bit you want to put on 100, because that tells you how far your wheel will go round. Now there's two ways you can do this with steering lock. There's two different ways you can do it with steering lock. You can either, if you've got it at 900 degrees, get that at exactly 900 degrees. Now the wheel, when you aim it to the right, it will be at 90 degrees to the right, exactly right. Right, you can do it that way if you want. Another way to do it is to do it all the way up to 100 again. And this time, ignore the number that's on there, but turn the wheel yourself to a position where it feels like that is, without even looking at the number, where it feels like it is all the way to the right. Right, so for me, that is about that. So you can see the numbers at 920. So when I turn the wheel to the right, and I think, right, that's about 90 degrees. It might not necessarily be 90 degrees in the game. That's the way I've done it, and that's the way it works for me. There's two different ways you can do it with each of them. Calibrate pedals is easy. You just press all of them individually. Now I haven't got clutch assigned, so that won't work anyway. And then that is my settings for dead zone and sensitivity. So lots of zeros, lots of 50s, and all this stuff at the bottom doesn't really matter at all. Assignments are a personal preference for how you want to set them up. And then force feedback. So I've got mine on 100, then 24, then 100, then 22, and then 0.15 for menu swing strength. I'm not entirely sure what that does. But I've got it on 15 and it seems to be alright. So gain is from a 0% to 100%, so that's how much information, force feedback information, is being sent to your wheel. If you have that on 20, then you'll only be getting 20% of the force feedback information to your wheel, which is not great. So you always want that on 100. Volume is how heavy the wheel makes it. So all the way to the left you'll have a really light wheel, all the way to the right you'll have a really heavy wheel. Tone. So tone tells you how much tyre slip you're getting, which if you be able to feel what the tyres are actually doing on the track, you want to put that all the way up towards 100. If you have it all the way to the other way, you get less feel of tyre slip when you go around. So I always have it as at 100. FX is over curbs and bumps in the road. So Alton Park was laser scanned, I think. So if you want to test it out, Alton Park is probably one of the better tracks to do. The other ones are not necessarily laser scanned, so won't have all the bumps. And menu swing strength, I've just been reliably informed by Flash in chat, is the strength of the force feedback in menus. So I'll put that on 0. So that's what I've got out. So informative, that's what I have. That's what the Project Cars dev who does handling and stuff that was in the chat the other day says is the best one to use. I was using raw initially when I was on PC, but I've left it on informative and it's fine. And that should cover all the force feedback stuff. Yeah, I probably will need a restart for that. So I think that covers all the force feedback stuff. That's everything I've got set up.